Hey YouTube, chances are if you're watching this video, you're back wanting to lose that unwanted weight that you had a goal to lose last year. And so I'm actually going to save you the frustration and the anxiety in this video so this year you can lose that unwanted weight and keep it off. See, what happens is when we make a resolution or a goal, what we often do is we are creating that goal, or say the weight loss intention, with the same level of thinking. So for instance, we say, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds this next year. And so after a couple of weeks, as we roll into life, what we do is we have not changed anything. We keep not maybe walking or planning for better eating habits or getting enough sleep. And so we find ourselves back at another year with gained weight, and then even more frustration personally with ourselves that we couldn't even reach the goal. And so what that has done with a lot of people over the years is they have quit making resolutions because they can't keep them. The only thing that is keeping you from reaching your goal is your own mind or your intention. So I've got 3 tips. And if you will follow these 3 tips this next year, you will lose that weight. And not only will you lose that weight, you will keep it off. Tip number 1 is you've got to write this stuff down. What is your why? Your why has got to be bigger than something physical. It's got to be bigger than I'll look good in a bikini, or I want to go on a vacation. It's got to be something big. Like, is it your health? If you lost 100 pounds, would you most likely have a lower risk for diabetes, a better blood pressure, be here longer for your children and your family? Make that why something so big that when times get challenging, you don't question and you go back to your why. Tip number 2 is you want to write out your plan, and you want to make this something very realistic. And so you know from last year that maybe you don't like the gym, or maybe you don't like a certain type of activity. So this year you're going to write down something that you will do. Walking seems to be one of the easiest things that you can do regardless of weather, regardless of environment. You can do it pretty much in your home if you had to. So basically you would write down, and an example of a plan would be, I'm going to walk 15 minutes a day for 3 times a week. And that is going to be at the minimum. And then another part of your plan would be, I'm going to reduce my bread intake to maybe every other day. See, what you're doing is you're finding better, healthier alternatives to help you get healthier. You're not looking for a diet, because a diet is nothing but something rigid, and no one is going to be able to follow something long term that doesn't sound fun and enjoyable for life. So you've got to find something that's realistic and is going to make you feel better. Reducing your bread actually would make you feel better because it's got gluten in it. So that might be something that you could do. Or it might be to add a multivitamin in. It might be to make sure that you get 8 hours of sleep, because sleep is where you rest and you restore your hormones. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is you've got to reevaluate. Every single week, you've got to go down to your plan and your notebook, and you've got to be seeing what you did and you didn't do. Did you fall short on your walking? Why? And then it's not to beat yourself up, but you're going to make notes in your journal. And if it's because you didn't feel good, you're going to look at, was it really you didn't feel good, or is it something you could have got through mentally to walk 15 minutes, or was it that you had a fever of 102 and you really shouldn't have walked. So revisit your plan to see what you're doing, what you're not doing, and that's where you're gonna catch yourself and help pick yourself back up to get back on that plan. So by the time you roll back to 2022, this next year, you would have not only lost your weight, you would have created a better lifestyle, felt better, and had so much better self-esteem in that you were able to create a plan that was sustainable. So guys, if you like more videos like these, don't forget to like this video, subscribe below, and I'll see you back in the next video.